Hi, Charmaine from Smarter Selling. Today's topic is business development, and under that heading we're talking about how to convince your client. So number one, you need to be convinced first of all that your solution's the right solution for them. And how do you get convinced? Well, you make sure you immerse yourself in really happy customers, look at any emails they've sent you, anchor yourself in a positive state that this is an ideal solution. The second part is you need to know how your client gets convinced. So how they get convinced is not how you get convinced or your partner or friend or work colleagues. They have their own way. A perfect thing to do amongst the chit chat is say to them, when you purchased that, how are you convinced that was the right thing for you? And they would tell you. They might say, I went back twice, or they came in with 3 solutions, or they emailed me a very detailed summary of what needs to happen, or they had it in the boardroom and they showed us a presentation, or this is the steps they took. They would tell you exactly what it takes to get them convinced. I was the client not long ago and I could see he wasn't convinced, although I'd aligned perfectly. And I said, have you purchased any other workshop training before? He said, yeah, I've purchased an HR training. I went, great. Were you happy? He said, I was very happy. I said, how did they convince you it was the right thing to do? This was just amongst our chit chat. And he went, they sent me this 1-page format of the day. And he even got excited as he talked about it. I went, have you got it? He said, yes, off he trotted and brought back this 1-page format. I went, great. So if my format was similar to that, would that convince you this is right? He goes, oh yes. And that was all that was missing. I said, look at your emails in 2 hours. And I just formulated it exactly the same as what the other person had, because that's what it took to get him convinced. So you've got to find out from each of your clients you go to, what is it that convinces them? It might be they have to make 2 phone calls to you followed by a presentation. It might mean a certain amount of time on the phone to you. It might mean it has to elevate to a director or a manager. It might mean a period of time between things. You don't know and you can't guess. You need to find out. So any little chit chat that goes on, it's a very clever thing to do, is just go, when you purchased that watch, when you purchased that car, when you purchased that house, or when you purchased that product, how are you convinced it was the right thing for you? And they will tell you exactly what it takes to convince them. Now, if you found this useful, then do share with a colleague. And if you'd like to make a comment, then do so below. And if you want more tips on how to convince your client, then subscribe below. This is Charmaine from Smarter Selling. Until next time.